on 4 News Now. Hitting the roads or airport this week, there are things you should know before heading out. How to make sure your family's travel is as smooth as possible.
I'm tracking some showers around the region tonight, plus how the weather is looking for your travel plans in the First Alert forecast.
And Black Friday isn't just for the big retailers. See some of the local businesses that need your support this holiday season. You're watching a special edition of 4 News Now.
And we're on early tonight because of Monday Night Football. It's the Baltimore Ravens versus the Los Angeles Chargers. Kickoff is at 5:15 right here on ABC.
And we start with some breaking news from Idaho State Police. Troopers are now looking for any video footage that could shine a light on what caused a crash on Friday that claimed the life of a little girl. It happened Friday morning in Elmira, about 15 miles north of Sandpoint. Investigators say a man trying to pass a few cars hit an oncoming vehicle head on. Now, troopers are asking anyone with dash cam, business or Ring doorbell footage of southbound Highway 95 between milepost 505 and milepost 479 at the crash site between the hours of 6:45 and 8:35 a.m. Friday. ISP says the driver who was passing, as well as the driver he hit, and 2 passengers all went to hospitals, and 1 child again died at the scene. Well, are you heading out of town for Thanksgiving? Whether you're flying or driving this year, there are some things you need to know, including the weather. Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us. I'm Derek Dice.
And I'm Kirsten O'Connor. So far, the forecast is looking pretty good for travelers. Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker is tracking what's in store.
It really is looking good. Should be no problem over the passes. I shouldn't say no problem. There are a few small details, and it doesn't take much to make you want to pay attention on the roadways. First of all, we do have some occasional snow flurries or sprinkles in our forecast, mainly over the next 24 hours, but you could encounter those off and on through the week as well. Fog will become an increasing problem as the week goes on. We will start to see that become more of an issue, particularly in the morning where the fog is freezing to the roadways. We have a cooling trend in our forecast that will make that even more likely. And overall, it is going to be a fairly damp, dark week. Even though we aren't going to have a lot of additional precipitation, the plentiful rain we have already received is going to create that foggy, low cloud and overcast thing that are so typical in our Novembers. Right now, that's what we have in progress. It's 43 degrees in Spokane. We do have a few showers around the region, a sprinkle or 2 in Spokane, a little more wet weather as we head down onto the Idaho and Washington Palouse, and some snow showers in the mountains of northeast Washington and North Idaho. We'll continue to see these on an isolated basis through the overnight and to a lesser extent during the day tomorrow. In your evening planner with these conditions, so much moisture at the surface, we're going to keep our temperature steady at 36 degrees through the evening with overcast conditions and light winds. I'll be back with a closer look at your Thanksgiving travel forecast and the 7-day outlook in just a few minutes. Kirsten.
All right, Chris, see you then. If your holiday plans take you to the airport this week, be prepared for long lines and waits.
A record-breaking number of people are set to travel. Spokane International Airport is advising everyone to arrive at least 2 hours before your scheduled boarding time, especially during peak hours, which are between 5 and 7 a.m. each day leading up to Thanksgiving. And if you start to feel overwhelmed or lost at the airport, here's some good advice to remember.
Find one of the people with a yellow vest and we'll take care of you.
Roberta Ortiz says additional staff will be ready to help you have a smooth trip. They also recommend monitoring your flight online as much as possible.
And if you're hitting the road, gas prices in Spokane are a little down from a month ago, sitting at $3.63 a gallon. That's according to AAA. The average across the state is nearly $4 a gallon. Or you may rather fill up in Coeur d'Alene at $2.93 a gallon, with the statewide average at $3.09. Gas prices can be down one day and up the next, and we always want the most bang for our buck. So one thing you can do before heading out is check your tire pressure. That pressure drops with colder temperatures, and lower pressure than recommended on your door jam sticker can impact your safety tire longevity, and even fuel economy. So Consumer Reports has 4 more smart and easy tips for squeezing every last mile from a gallon of gas, including what type of gas is best for your wallet. That's in the full story tomorrow on Good Morning Northwest. And following your feast is the busiest shopping day of the year.
According to a recent survey from the National Retail Federation, a record number of people are expected to shop during this Thanksgiving holiday weekend. If that's you, Marissa Rio explains how you can support our locally owned businesses this Black Friday.
The #1 gift people expect to give this holiday season is clothes or accessories, according to the National Retail Federation. If that's you, the Great P&W here in Kendall Yards is locally owned, and it's a great place to shop. It's actually one of my favorite places to buy gifts for family and friends. Plus, this year they have some pretty great Black Friday deals.
Supporting local it's what creates a thriving community. It's what we need in Spokane.
The Great P&W was founded by a Spokane native over 10 years ago. All of the clothing here is made to express love for this beautiful place we all get to call home. As we head into Black Friday weekend, the Great P&W is gearing up by staffing more employees and making sure our community can save this holiday season.
We're mostly online, but having this store in Spokane is a huge way that we're able to give these discounts locally. Like, we're doing stuff in the store that we're not doing online. So we have tons of stuff in the store marked down, some up to 70% off.
If you're looking to buy gifts for kids, Fig Pickles in downtown Coeur d'Alene is locally owned and has almost every toy you can think of. They'll also be having Black Friday sales.
We're giving things away that are going to be really fun if you buy a certain amount, and we have some incredible things on sale, stuff you won't find online. Oh, no, that's boring.
In Coeur d'Alene, Marissa Rio, 4 News Now.
I hereby pardon Peach and Blossom.
President Joe Biden takes part in the 77th annual pardoning of the national Thanksgiving turkeys. This year's birds, you heard it, are named Peach and Blossom. They were hatched in Northfield, Minnesota, and rode the gravy train to Washington, D.C. over the weekend. The pair spent the night in a 5-star hotel before that presidential pardon. Both turkeys will now live out their days on a farm in Minnesota. Well, in the upcoming White House transition, 2 criminal investigations into President-elect Donald Trump are being dropped.
The federal election interference case and his classified documents case are being dismissed because of a long-standing policy barring the prosecution of a sitting president. ABC's Karen Travers reports from the Capitol.
Special counsel Jack Smith today filed motions to drop all charges against President-elect Donald Trump. It involves his alleged effort to overturn his 2020 election defeat and promoting false claims of a stolen election in the lead up to the January 6th attack. Trump was charged with conspiracy to defraud the United States and obstruction.
The attack on our nation's capital on January 6th, 2021 was an unprecedented assault on the seat of American democracy. As described in the indictment, it was fueled by lies.
In his filing, Smith said the merits of the prosecution's case has not changed, but the circumstances have. Smith saying as a result of the election and DOJ guidelines against prosecuting a sitting president, the case will not go forward. More than 1,000 people have been found guilty or pled guilty to participating in the January 6th attack. Trump has called them patriots and promised to pardon some of them if he won re-election. Smith also removing Trump as a defendant in the classified documents case. Trump was accused of mishandling government records, including holding on to classified documents at his Mar-a-Lago and Bedminster, New Jersey properties. The judge in the classified documents case, Eileen Cannon, a Trump appointee, dismissed the case this summer on the grounds that Smith was unlawfully appointed as special counsel. Smith is now asking to dismiss the appeal of the charges against Trump, but allow the appeal to continue for Trump's 2 co-defendants. Trump said during the campaign he would fire Smith on his first day back in the White House. Smith was expected to resign before Trump takes office in January. The president-elect's office issued a statement this afternoon calling the decision by the DOJ a major victory for the rule of law. Karen Travers, ABC News, Washington.
Well, one of the most treasured and visited attractions in Spokane needs a little bit of help to keep it in working order for future generations.
We're talking about the Louvre Carousel. See how Spokane's century-old carousel will sing a new tune in the near future. Coming up right here on 4 News Now.
Plus, recovery from the bomb cyclone that hit the West Coast. Hear from the businesses just getting power back in a few minutes.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+. For News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
At Numerica, you'll find money answers for loud sneezers. Gesundheit. Get money answers for you and only you. Learn more at numericacu.com.
It's that time of year again to get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days, where you'll find great offers on a sporty new Civic, spirited Accord, fun to drive HRV, and versatile CRV. So don't wait. Turn your holiday dreams into reality with a new Honda named KBB.com's best value brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Depression and anxiety rob millions of us of our day-to-day lives, but nothing seems to pull you out of it. Introducing NeuroStim TMS, Washington's leading provider of transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS therapy. TMS activates the natural function of the brain's neurotransmitters to improve mood and regulate emotion. TMS is not shock therapy. It's an FDA-approved, easy outpatient experience and covered by all major medical insurances. Visit neurostimtms.com or call to schedule your free consultation now.
Donating your vehicle to UGM Motors is easy.
When you drop off a vehicle, you have to sign a paper of, I donated this vehicle, and that was the hardest part. And I didn't have to fill it out. They filled it out for me and had me sign it.
Your car, truck, RV, or motorcycle will provide food, shelter, job training, and recovery services at Union Gospel Mission.
I think it's a great service to the community.
Call 509-327-HELP to schedule a free pickup today.
The century-old Louvre Carousel in Riverfront Park will soon sing a new tune, and it's one most of us have never heard before.
The Carousel's band organ hasn't worked in decades, but that will soon change. Hunter Bertram shows us the mission devoted to bringing this organ's tune back to Spokane.
Whether you visit to ride or to take a look, you'll quickly discover it's simply magical. Standing here for 50 years and intact for more than 100, the Louvre Carousel is an icon of Spokane's history, but there's something missing.
It's just like, what kind of magic can come out of that machine there?
For almost 10 years, Nathan Miller has been behind the controls of the carousel, yet there's one part of it he doesn't know how to control.
Well, I've never heard it played, and even when I was a kid and I rode the carousel here in Spokane, I'd never heard it played.
It's band organ that's just as old as the carousel, won't play, or so we thought.
It's really cool that they're actually working on getting it going.
Since the organ nearly collapsed in the late 90s, a few passionate people have worked to bring it back alive, including, as known by many, the Spokane carousel expert, Betty Largent.
The minute that band organ kicks in, it's just a different atmosphere.
Which is why, all the way until her retirement in 2020, she's worked to bring the tune back to Spokane, and it'll soon be a reality.
If we convert it to MIDI files, which is a computer file, we can continue to play.
And the way they're getting this organ to play again is through digitalization of the instrument. They're converting it from a typical paper roll instrument that reads holes in a piece of paper to a MIDI file, which acts like a CD in a CD player that you can plug into the organ and it'll start to play its tune.
And Betty tells me that the conversion could be completed and the organ could start playing by spring.
If it sounds anything close to, what it was in its original state, then I think a lot of that magic will just come together for it.
In Riverfront, Hunter Bertram, 4 News Now.
Well, if you are probably not going to be surprised by the fact that it has been an extremely wet November so far, the wettest calendar month since February of 2017. We've had almost 4 1/4 inch of precipitation out at the airport. I'll let you know if we're going to be adding to it in the 7-day forecast after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
From the moment you walk into Renew, your world opens up to a whole new set of possibilities. So if you have missing or failing teeth, or don't like the way your dentures fit, come visit us at Renew. Because at Renew, we make things possible. A set of stronger, tougher, more secure teeth in one day possible. Sitting at a fire pit eating s'mores possible. Or biting into an apple possible. It's time to make endless possibilities possible. Renew. Science with a smile.
Not the best sound to start your day with, is it? Your next decision should be to call Precision. Our professionally trained technicians are here to provide you with award-winning service every time. Our trucks are rolling warehouses, so we can get you back up and running fast. Need a new door? We do that too. And right now, get a new garage door, Wi-Fi opener, and remote combo installed for as low as $34 per month and up to $500 in cashback savings. Call or book online today.
Elevate your game day at Caesars Sportsbook, located inside Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino. The area's largest sportsbook is your VIP seat on the 50-yard line with massive HD screens and live betting. Only at Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino. You just win here.
Christmas Eve will find me where the love like I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my dreams. Way down, way down under the ground. Way down,
Hadestown, returning to Spokane December 21st and 22nd. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Clogged drains are a huge problem and can cost thousands. With Mainstream, you can prevent clogs before they happen. There's no better time than now to call Mainstream and ask about our 83 or it's free drain clearing special. For just $83, we'll send a technician to your home to clear your drain. And if for some reason we can't get it, it's free. With over 20 years of experience, the expert technicians at Mainstream can restore the flow. Call Mainstream today or visit us at mainstreamhomeservices.com to take advantage of this limited time deal.
Welcome back to Live Look. Over a cloudy downtown Spokane. There may be a few sprinkles tonight, but then it's mostly smooth sailing through Thanksgiving. Chris is watching your travel forecast for us.
Yes, and it is looking good. As I hate to sound like a broken record, but I do want to emphasize that even though we don't have any big storms coming for your travel forecast, that freezing fog and icy spots on the road where wet roads are refreezing can be just as dangerous for drivers. So do proceed with caution. Now, right now, it's 43 degrees in Spokane and mostly cloudy skies, cloudy and 41 in Coeur d'Alene. We are going to have a lot of clouds over the next several days. We are deep into November and heading into December. It's a great time of year around here, so fire up your happy light and take your vitamin D. Closer view on our radar. We do have some showers in progress in the form of rain from St. Mary's down through northern portions of Whitman County, and we are going to continue to see those showers. A little bit of snow in some of the northern mountain areas, but we will start to see these showers taper off to just a few isolated sprinkles and flurries overnight tonight and the same tomorrow. The odds of measurable precipitation really start to drop and are low through the 7-day forecast, but a few sprinkles on your windshield or a few snow flurries that do not have much of an impact will be a steady presence off and on through the 7-day forecast. Our chance of precipitation finally down to 0 by tomorrow morning. Tracking our weather pattern right now in a northerly flow over the region, we are going to begin drying out and staying dry, not just in the inland northwest, but region-wide. So if your travel plans take you over the passes in either direction this Thanksgiving holiday, you should be in pretty good shape in terms of any major snow events. I don't see any coming for the foreseeable future. Overnight lows tonight will be down just above freezing in Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, Pullman, and Ritzville. 40 degrees for an overnight low in Lewiston. Up in the 20s in Colville, Omak, and Winthrop. 32 in Bonners Ferry. High temperatures on Tuesday in the 30s and 40s, running a little above average. 38 in Pullman, 48 in Lewiston, with gray skies, an occasional sprinkle, and some areas of fog. Your planning forecast: no measurable precipitation expected through the 7-day forecast, but again, a sprinkle or flurry here or there. We have a cooling trend. We'll be in the mid-30s by Friday and stay in the mid-30s through the weekend. Overnight lows dropping down below freezing every night except tonight, and we are going to see that low fog and cloud deck setting up around the region, which is hard to break once you settle into it. But hopefully your holiday festivities will be all the brightness you need, because I don't think we're going to see hide nor hair of the sun for a bit. Derek.
Okay, thank you, Chris. Well, around the Northwest, cities up and down the Puget Sound are still recovering from that deadly storm system that knocked out power to 500,000 people last week.
Yeah, power companies are still getting homes and businesses back online since the bomb cyclone hit. KOMO News' Paul Rivera shows us some improvements in Issaquah.
The damage all around, still apparent and still significant. Days after the bomb cyclone, it is a reminder that this will take a while.
Just see where we're at.
Inside Levitate Gastro Pub on Front Street in Issaquah, the lights had just come back on when we interviewed owner Eric Pascal. He was checking to see at what level he could open the place back up.
Group text to all of my staff. I was able to get a couple of our team members in right away. We started cleaning.
Eric says this has been hard for business owners in town and on the employees.
I've already projected that we will be below target this year because we've lost a busy week traditionally. Just the impacts on my team members. You know, that's the thing that is kind of front and center of my mind.
This is a setup I have for one of my classes.
Next door, Roberta Fuhr, owner of Experience Tea, told us this is a relief.
I was working in the dark in there, you know, and then the lights came on and it was just like glorious.
However, through the dark, you can see many spots in Issaquah still have yet to be reconnected. City officials said the mayor and the economic development team have been working to connect businesses with existing resources like loan programs, saying that shopping local will be even more important now.
We really appreciate everybody coming down and shopping local.
Have some people that just want to be out of their house and get some real food and, you know, be in a warm building. Gotta tell you, the moment I walked in here, it felt pretty awesome. So that's just, you know, 4 days in a cold house.
Yeah, that was KOMO News' Paul Rivera, and Puget Sound Energy now says it has restored power to 98% of its customers. Still ahead here on 4 News Now.
Sometimes I've had it where it's just me and the cashier on a busy day.
Customers of the Joann's on the South Hill are having to navigate through a maze of unpacked merchandise. Employees say they need the extra hours if they're going to survive Black Friday.
And see the moments of Boeing 737 crashes in Lithuania. The international investigation coming up.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Are you a pour-over purist? At Numerica, you'll find money answers for you and only you. Learn more at numericacu.com.
What is a jewelry design center? It's a growing family-owned business with nearly half a century and 3 generations of jewelry-making experience. A team of artists, craftsmen, and professionals who love what they do. A full on-site manufacturing shop available to the public for repairs and custom requests of all kinds. A center for free polish and inspection, even if you didn't buy it from us. We are not your average jewelry store. We are Jewelry Design Center, and we want to be your jeweler for life.
At Consumer Reports,
we're testers.
This organization accepts no advertising or sponsorship.
Since 1936.
Testing dishwashers, TVs, cars, vacuums.
We buy directly from stores, just like you.
Making sure products are safe.
And that they last.
Because we're advocates.
Engineers and scientists. We're testers. We're Consumer Reports.
Join us.
There is a place where magic seems to hide around every corner, where cherished memories are born in twinkling snowflakes, where enchanting adventures await all who explore. Where is this real-life winter wonderland? Nestled by the lake is Coeur d'Alene's Holiday Light Show. Be the first to see our all-new grand floating Christmas tree, with holiday getaways starting at only $246.
The beloved TV classic soars off the screen and onto the stage this season. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the musical. See all your favorite characters from this TV classic come to life live on stage. This gleeful musical take on a holiday favorite will go down in history as a smashing hit. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the musical.
December 10th and 11th at First Interstate Center for the Arts. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Welcome back. This is a photo a viewer sent us from inside of the Jo-Ann Fabric and Craft store on the South Hill. You see those boxes and boxes of unpacked merchandise that employees say they just don't have the hours to take care of. The company filed for bankruptcy protection in March, and with the holidays right around the corner and Black Friday at the end of this week, some worry the store won't be able to keep up with demand.
Mary Sheridan spoke with both customers and employees of the craft store who are both equally concerned with the situation.
I don't know how they're going to even be able to do anything with all of the boxes in there.
Those shopping at the Jo-Ann on the South Hill this weekend had to navigate through thousands of boxes of unpacked merchandise.
It was hard to find anything. The aisles, you could get a cart through if you could find a cart.
The Fabric and Craft store is getting ready for one of its busiest seasons, the holidays. The Jo-Ann's Fabric and Craft store, located here on the South Hill, employs a total of 20 to 25 employees. But recent shifts have seen as few as 2 workers available to help customers at a time.
Thankfully, customers have been really understanding about it, but it does get very stressful. And I just worry that if we have moments like that during the holidays, that is just going to be an entire wreck.
Peggy Sue has worked at Jo-Ann for 2 years, but she says this holiday season has been the busiest.
I think maybe, I want to say 5 times a day, I'm answering the same question. What's with all the boxes? And it's just the same thing. Corporate doesn't want to give us hours, so we can't take the time to actually get stuff out.
She says employees from other Jo-Ann locations have come to help unload the freight, but it's not enough. The fire marshal has been called out to make sure that the boxes won't pose a threat to customers. Members of the community are concerned. Flyers like these encouraging shoppers to boycott the store until workers are paid fairly. Peggy Sue says she and her coworkers want the store to close to customers for a day so they can focus on unpacking.
I'm at a point where I am tired of seeing my coworkers crying and working themselves to the point where they are physically sick and tired.
Reporting in Spokane, Mary Sheridan, 4 News Now.
Well, around the world in Lithuania, authorities are considering terrorism as what could be behind a deadly plane crash. Surveillance video shows the DHL cargo plane, a Boeing 737, crashing about a mile away from the runway in a neighborhood. 1 crew member was killed. The other 3 people on board hospitalized. There you see that large flash. Rescue workers say the plane hit the ground and skidded 100 yards before hitting a house. Coincidentally, there are ongoing investigations of suspected booby-trapped packages at DHL depots. Back in July, a package exploded at the same German airport where this cargo plane took off, and another package burst into flames in the UK. Authorities are investigating potential Russian sabotage in both cases.
Well, still ahead here on 4 News Now, neighbors of a new roundabout say it's much more dangerous than the four-way stop that used to be there. What they want now, coming up.
And find out how you can get help with those expensive projects around your house through Snap. We'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Satay Bistro, Coeur d'Alene's culinary extravaganza of American fusion dining. From our extensive wine cellar to our unforgettably decadent menu, we'll move your experience beyond ordinary to the extraordinary. Satay Bistro, just off the 4th Street exit in Coeur d'Alene.
I felt like there was just no answers to get out of the anxiety and the depression that I had.
Introducing NeuroStim TMS, Washington's leading provider of transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS therapy. TMS is not shock therapy. It's an FDA-approved, easy outpatient experience and covered by all major medical insurances.
There's nothing better than just being able to enjoy life again.
Reach out to NeuroStim TMS today and rediscover the light and joy in your life.
No matter how he got here, how alone she feels, how they've struggled to support their best friend. What's important is this moment, when they reached out and said, I can't do this alone. And we said, that's okay, we'll figure it out together. If you or a loved one needs support, our trained counselors can help you too. 988, anywhere, anytime.
It's tough missing teeth or dealing with loose-fitting dentures, and every trip to the dentist adds up quick. Restore your smile with Minis, Mini Dental Implants. At half the cost and half the size of conventional implants, they get you in and out quicker with less office visits and less money out of your pocket. With Mini Dental Implants, you'll be smiling twice as much. Eat all your favorite foods again without worry. And say cheese. Less is more with Mini Dental Implants. Less invasive, less discomfort, less healing time, less visits to the dentist, and less expensive. Now that makes a lot more sense. With these tiny state-of-the-art implants, there's no intense surgery, no cutting, no stitching, and no bone grafting. This simple, one-step mini dental implant procedure is fast, affordable, and just as permanent as conventional implants. From the dentist's chair to the dinner table in no time, with mini dental implants, there's plenty to smile about. Call Dr. Jeffrey Oswell at 208-534-9612 for your free consultation to see if mini dental implants are right for you.
Satay Bistro, Coeur d'Alene's culinary extravaganza of American fusion dining. From our extensive wine cellar to our unforgettably decadent menu, we'll move your experience beyond ordinary to the extraordinary. Satay Bistro, just off the 4th Street exit in Coeur d'Alene.
All right, people living in Spokane Valley have complaints about a roundabout the city put in a few months ago. The city put this roundabout in to replace a four-way stop that had led to traffic accidents, especially for cars turning left.
Yeah, however, those living near the intersection say the roundabout is much more dangerous than what was there before. So this roundabout is at East 16th Avenue and Bowdish Road. You can see it on the map right there. Madeline Mullins spoke with some of those neighbors nearby about why people feel unsafe walking near that road.
15 miles per hour is the posted speed limit for the roundabout at 16th and Bowdish. Those who live around there say cars are doing double that.
Nope, they're going over 35 miles an hour.
The roundabout was put in by the city to relieve traffic accidents that were happening at a four-way stop. But people living nearby say without the stop signs, cars don't slow down.
But at least with the stop sign, most people stopped. I feel like with the roundabout, nobody stops. Nobody knows the rules.
Alla Kozakov has lived on 16th for over a year. She says ever since the city put the roundabout in, she doesn't feel safe walking near it.
I have a little daughter that was born 3 months ago, and if it's getting dark, I'm afraid to go on walks with her because of how fast people are going here.
People that live around this roundabout say that they hear accidents happen about every other day, and they're not surprised by it anymore. Right now, you can see bits of car debris around this roundabout from accidents that have already happened. Since the roundabout was put in, the city has added things like extra signage and curbs to get people to slow down. They say it is working. Those who live nearby disagree.
Every 5 minutes, they're honking, they're screeching, people hitting their brakes. It's dangerous.
Many say the best thing to do is add a light.
or if there was a light and people would actually have to be forced to stop.
The best solution would be a light.
And they hope to work with the city to come up with a plan to create a safer road for everyone who uses it. In Spokane Valley, I'm Madeline Mullins, 4 News Now.
Well, a 40-year-old Lewiston man died this morning when he crashed his car on Highway 95 about 10 miles south of Moscow. Idaho State Police say the man was driving north when he came to a construction zone where traffic was stopped. Investigators say he swerved to avoid a stopped vehicle and went down an embankment. He was rushed to the hospital where he died from his injuries. Investigators say he was not wearing a seatbelt. His name has not been released.
Well, there's some closures in Spokane you should know about this Thursday and Friday. Garbage that's normally picked up on those days will be 1 day late, and City Hall and other facilities will all be closed. All Spokane Public Library branches will be closed as well.
All right, the attractions in Riverfront Park will close on Thanksgiving, then reopen most of the day on Friday.
And the weather's looking pretty good, whether you're celebrating at home or hitting the roads. Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker joins us now. She is tracking our holiday forecast.
Well, it is looking pretty good, especially Thanksgiving weekend. A late Thanksgiving weekend at that can be a nightmare on the passes. I have experienced that firsthand, but right now things are looking pretty smooth for a Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday travel. There are a couple of spots. Friday, I've got this in yellow. That just means caution. Some light snow. It isn't going to be a real traumatic winter event, but there will be some slick spots, which you would expect this time of year. Smooth sailing Wednesday and Thursday on Snoqualmie and Stevens Pass, and then Friday, just a little bit of light snow. 4th of July and Lookout Pass, a little bit of light snow on Wednesday, and then again on Thursday, or Friday rather, but Thursday is looking good for your travel. Our forecast radar, I'm starting this off 4 in the morning on Wednesday. No problems, no problems. And then as we get into noon, a little bit of snow over those central panhandle passes where you'll encounter some snow. Wednesday, the rest of the day looks good. Thursday, 10 a.m., 1 snow flurry or 2, and then we're done. And then once we are into Friday, we'll start to see, here's 3 a.m., some snow redeveloping on those mountain passes. But again, very light snow, should not be much of an issue. We will keep you updated, and it's great to download that 4 News Now First Alert weather app also, so you can track the snow yourself as you plan your driving activities. Your Tuesday planner, meanwhile, it is going to be a gray day with some fog in the morning. Wouldn't rule out a sprinkle or flurry throughout the day. However, most of the day will be dry. That high of 41, just a couple of degrees above our average high of 39. I'll be back with your 7-day forecast in just a few minutes, Derek.
All right, Chris, thanks so much. The Kootenai County Sheriff's Office is investigating a fire that killed 2 people last night. The emergency call came in just before 7:30 in the Micah Flats area, about 10 miles south of Coeur d'Alene, off of Highway 95. When firefighters arrived, the house was fully engulfed in fire. During the search of the property, 1 victim was found, and hours later, a second victim was found in the rubble. The names of those victims have not yet been released.
Well, the National Weather Service is forecasting a colder and wetter winter for the inland Northwest. And because of this, the Idaho Transportation Department is encouraging drivers to get ready for winter driving conditions now. According to ITD, last winter, 17 plow strikes happened across Idaho, most often because drivers were attempting to pass. Remember, give plows plenty of distance and let them lead the way.
We're not out there to slow anybody down or, be a hassle to anybody. We don't deploy the troops unless we absolutely have to be out there. So if we're out working, I would expect subpar road conditions because we're out there to do that. We're out there to de-ice. We're out there to plow.
ITD is teaming up with Idaho State Police to host a winter driving class in Coeur d'Alene. New drivers and new winter drivers are encouraged to attend. It is December 7th. For more details, you can visit our website now, kxly.com. Well, SNAP is offering a few programs to help homeowners get expensive repairs and home improvement projects finished.
And the programs can help get you new windows, a furnace, or many other projects that can keep you warm this winter. Derek Strom spoke to one homeowner who says he can't thank SNAP enough for helping him.
Literally, physically thought they were giving me a hug every time they said something new.
Air Force veteran John Bowen has been living in what he calls his Lego house for the last 26 years, but it's becoming more difficult for him to maintain his house and do home improvement projects that it needs. So when his roof needed to be replaced, he reached out to SNAP to see if they could help, but SNAP found a few other things that also needed to be replaced.
I had taken a couple of falls, and that challenge of crawling into the tub and getting out safely was getting to be a real challenge. And that's something that the VA agreed with.
Bowen was able to get the money for a new roof and a new walk-in shower through SNAP's single-family rehabilitation program. Loans for the program range from $10,000 to $50,000 with low interest rates to make sure they're affordable. You will have to make 80% of the area median income or below to qualify, which is just under $100,000 per year for a family of 4. Bowen says being able to get those projects done made a huge difference in his quality of life.
The things that I need for my well-being and for just getting the best out of life that I could ask for is being handled by people that just gave me a hug.
Now, SNAP says there are waiting lists for some of the programs it's offering, and it can take months to get through that list. But if you have a special situation like your heat isn't working, they might be able to get you through that process just a little bit quicker.
If you don't know, just call and ask. That doesn't hurt anything. It doesn't cost you a dime to call and ask. And, you know, if we can help you, we'll find a way of helping you.
In Spokane, Derek Strom, 4 News Now.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Are you a daredevil who drives on empty to see if you can make it? At Numerica, you'll find money answers for you and only you. Learn more at numericacu.com.
Santa returns to River Park Square on Saturday, November 23rd, presented by STCU. Festivities begin at 3 o'clock, and Santa arrives to light the tree at 5, with special guest appearances by the Ferris Dance Team, Cheney High School Choir, the wonderful Mrs. Claus, and so much more. Visit riverparksquare.com to plan your Holly Jolly holiday season and to reserve your time for Santa photos. Enjoy the magic of the season at River Park Square.
It's that time of year again to get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days, where you'll find great offers on an efficient CR-V hybrid, spirited Accord hybrid, sporty Civic hybrid, and the all-electric Prologue. Don't wait. Turn your dreams into reality with a new Honda, named KBB.com's best overall EV and hybrid brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Swing into Fred's Appliance for our Black Friday Super Sale and experience unbeatable deals on the largest selection of in-stock, get-it-today inventory in our region. Don't miss out on this limited time offer to upgrade your kitchen with the Frigidaire Professional 4-piece package and save up to $3,100. Experience precision cooking with this Frigidaire range. Keep your dishes sparkling with this professional dishwasher. This sleek microwave offers sensor cooking technology, and this fabulous refrigerator designed with our Space Pro shelving system.
Here in Washington, we love the word "and," like socks and sandals, flannels and beanies, wheat fields and mountains. And now with FundHub WA, saving money and helping the climate. Find grants to bring resources and funds to your community. Get incentives to grow your business and transition to clean energy. And discover rebates that will save you money at home and on the go and reduce emissions. Find funding opportunities today at fundhub.wa.gov.
Well, are you ready to get into the Christmas spirit? If you're not, maybe Buddy the Elf can help you at the Garland Theater. This Saturday, there's an interactive movie night for a screening of Elf with goodie bags, indoor snowball fights, sing-alongs, and sweet treats. Proceeds from the event will go to the Spokane Regional Domestic Violence Coalition in helping end domestic violence in our community. Doors open at 4:30. The movie starts at 6. Tickets are on sale now, and you can find the link to them on KXLY.com.
I want to know what you get to throw during that indoor snowball fight.
Well, remember when we used to have indoor snowball fights here at 4 News Now? I had a whole bunch of those indoor snowballs in the weather office. The anchors didn't enjoy having snowball fights in the news. Let's talk about live conditions right now. Temperatures are mild. We're dry in Spokane right now, but there are some showers about. Overcast conditions in Coeur d'Alene and 41 degrees. We'll see some patchy fog developing. And as this band of showers is making its way to the north and east, you may run into some wet weather yet this evening. If you have some outdoor chores to do, maybe zipping out to polish up your Christmas lights, a little bit of snow up along the Colville area, and we will continue to see these showers moving to the north and east this evening, tapering off, but not coming to a complete stop. I'll tell you what I have been using all day to decide when to walk the dogs, that 4 News Now First Alert weather app. You can pull up the radar, see where those breaks are, so you can time when you want to head out the door down to the minute. Your 12-hour chance of rain throughout the evening is going to be the highest through about 6 o'clock, and then it really drops off. And this is in terms of measurable precipitation. Even though it's down to 0 at 4 a.m., we're in the time of year where we get the low clouds and fog. You'll occasionally see a snowflake or a little bit of drizzle condensing out of that intense stratus deck. And so even though it's 0, that is measurable rain, you still may get drizzled on over the next several days, and really through the foggy time of year. Tracking our weather pattern through the day on Tuesday, we have that northerly flow. We're going to start seeing our temperatures drop a little bit, keeping the chance of mountain showers going on Tuesday. Here's Thursday, Thanksgiving morning at 8 o'clock. And it is quiet across the region. Should not be any problems. That said, I am concerned a little bit about wet roads refreezing as well as fog freezing to the roadways and the sidewalks. If you're having a turkey trot or heading out for a walk on Thanksgiving morning, just be aware that we are going to have some slick streets. Temperatures tonight are dropping down right around freezing or a little bit above, a little bit below in some locations. But in general, we are going to be in the 30s around the region. High temperatures on Tuesday running a little bit above average at 41 in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, 39 in Sandpoint, 38 degrees tomorrow in Moscow and Pullman, and 48 in Lewiston. Your planning forecast, we have a cooling trend that takes us down to 35 for a high on Friday. Tonight, overnight lows will be just above freezing, but that will be our last night with overnight lows above freezing. We are dropping below and well below by this time next week, so all the more reason to keep a close eye for frosty spots on the road. And that fog is going to be around for the next several days as well, Derek.
All right, Chris, thank you. This Thursday, the Salvation Army is hosting its traditional and free Thanksgiving meal. Anyone in need of a warm meal or a little bit of community is invited. It starts at noon and it goes until 2 o'clock.
Well, today, crews started working on repairing a breach in a stormwater overflow catch at Downriver Park. One of the earth walls washed away last week during all of our recent rain. And in the meantime, stormwater is being diverted into the sunken channels that run along the Spokane River. One local nonprofit raising concerns about the health of the water.
This stormwater carries a lot of things like PCBs and 6-PPD-quinone, which are toxic to our fish and toxic when we ingest them as humans too.
So that organization says the water from these storms is supposed to go to infiltration ponds, but that currently isn't happening because all parts of the system are not up and running quite yet.
All right, coming up next in sports, we'll hear from Washington State head coach Jake Dickert on how he plans to send off 17 seniors being honored for Senior Day this Saturday.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Right now, get a free tankless water heater with every full HVAC system purchase. Call Bills today.
So, boss man, what are we doing today?
Oh, just annual maintenance.
Annual maintenance?
Yeah, the yearly tune-up to keep the heating and cooling stuff running. Wait, you do get tune-ups on your HVAC equipment, right?
Any chance you can come by my house after this and check out my system?
How do Planet Fitness members feel about having access to tons of equipment in the judgment-free zone for $15 a month? Join Planet Fitness today for $15 a month.
Join the judgment-free zone today. Deal ends soon, so sign up now.
If you have a vehicle you no longer need, you can give it new purpose through Union Gospel Mission. Simply go to ugmmotors.org or call 509-327-HELP to schedule a pickup. Your donation gives people like Tyler food, shelter, job training, and the opportunity for a whole new life. Be a driver of change. Donate your vehicle to Union Gospel Mission.
Hadestown, returning to Spokane December 21st and 22nd. Tickets at BroadwaySpokane.com.
Depression and anxiety rob millions of us of our day-to-day lives, but nothing seems to pull you out of it. Introducing NeuroStim TMS, Washington's leading provider of transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS therapy. TMS activates the natural function of the brain's neurotransmitters to improve mood and regulate emotion. TMS is not shock therapy. It's an FDA-approved, easy outpatient experience and covered by all major medical insurances. Visit neurostimtms.com or call to schedule your free consultation now.
At Consumer Reports,
we're testers.
This organization accepts no advertising or sponsorship.
Since 1936.
Testing dishwashers, TVs, cars, vacuums.
We buy directly from stores, just like you.
Making sure products are safe.
And that they last.
Because we're advocates.
Engineers and scientists. We're testers. We're Consumer Reports.
Join us.
Washington State will recognize 17 seniors this Saturday before their final game of the regular season. It's not the last time these guys will play wearing the Coug logo since WSU earned a bowl game bid in Week 7, but it's the last time for these seniors to play in front of a home crowd in Pullman. The Cougars dropped their last 2 games. Both New Mexico and Oregon State upset the Cougs on the road, and those 2 results closed the door on any small possibility Washington State had of making the playoffs. Head coach Jake Dickert says even though this isn't the result they were hoping for, that doesn't take away from what all the seniors have given to the program. Whether they wore the crimson and gray for 6 months or 6 years, Dickert says this game is for them.
Anyone that's in our locker room just has a lot of respect for those guys, right? So all the effort and time that we're going to spend this week is going to be with those guys in mind and sending them out on the right way.
The goal is to leave the seniors with one last win at home, and if they get that one against the Wyoming Cowboys, it'll be the first time WSU has won every game at home in a season since 2017. It'll also be the first 9-win season for the Cougs since 2018. We'll hear more from Coach Dickert later, plus we'll check in on where the Seahawks stand in the NFC West after beating the top team in the division. That's coming up after Monday Night Football.
All right, Sydney, we'll see you then. Well, every 4 years, Thanksgiving dinner is served with a hot side of post-election emotions. And the mere mention of politics or social issues may be enough to turn a family feast into a family feud.
Etiquette experts have some advice for you, though. Daniel Post-Senning of the Emily Post Institute suggests simply sticking to small talk and building connections over shared experiences. But if you do choose to wade into controversy, it's important to test the water first.
Get your etiquette antenna out. You might be very comfortable talking about politics, but there's no guarantee that that's the way other people are feeling or approaching those same topics.
your etiquette antenna. All right, try to recognize how those around you are feeling, and remember that your loved ones are imperfect people who have long-standing relationships with you. We'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app. At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
At Numerica, we've got money answers for people with batrachophobia. Honestly, same. Get money answers for you and only you. Learn more at numericacu.com.
From the moment you walk into Renew, your world opens up to a whole new set of possibilities. So if you have missing or failing teeth, or don't like the way your dentures fit, come visit us at Renew. Because at Renew, we make things possible. A set of stronger, tougher, more secure teeth in one day possible. Snap in, eat a bagel, snap out, clean, and snap back in possible. Sitting at a fire pit eating s'mores possible. Or biting into an apple possible. Get that sparkle back in your smile possible. Kissing and loving life again possible. It's a huge evolution in teeth since, well, teeth. So imagine a pair of stronger teeth. Now bite with them. It's time to make endless possibilities possible. Call 208-487-5255 for a free consultation or visit renewsmiles.com. Renew. Science with a smile.
Not the best sound to start your day with, is it? Your next decision should be to call Precision. Our professionally trained technicians are here to provide you with award-winning service every time. Our trucks are rolling warehouses, so we can get you back up and running fast. Need a new door? We do that too. And right now, get a new garage door, Wi-Fi opener, and remote combo installed for as low as $34 per month and up to $500 in cashback savings. Call or book online today.
It's that time of year again to get the Honda of your dreams during Happy Honda Days, where you'll find great offers on a rugged new Passport, Pilot with available all-wheel drive, and the powerful Ridgeline. So don't wait. Turn your holiday dreams into reality with a new Honda named KBB.com's best value brand. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Low clouds and fog, some slick spots on the roads in the morning, maybe a little drizzle or a flurry. It is typical late November, early December weather, but no big storms to cause concern on the roads for your Thanksgiving travel plans.
All right, we'll remind you again, there is another special edition of 4 News Now right after Monday Night Football between the Ravens and the Chargers in Los Angeles, which is coming up next here on ABC. City, who you got, Ravens or Chargers here?
Oh, I think I got the Chargers, only because there's a former Coug, Deion Henley, who's killing it on the defense over there, so we're going to keep an eye out for him tonight. See if he makes any good plays. He's almost at 100 tackles.
Wow.
He's been awesome.
Yeah.
I got a good coach, too.
I've never rooted for the Chargers, but I guess I will tonight. I have a reason to.
Oh, she'll tell us after the show, I guess. All right, make sure you keep up to date with all the news on 4 News Now and KXLY.com, and we'll see you right back here after Monday Night Football around 8, maybe 8:30, depending on how long the game goes.
See you then.